Holy fuck. Was that raw shit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the General Jerry channel. Now, for the very first time, in 2 months, I actually watched Raw live. For anyone who doesn't know, because I have to, because of the time zone, I have to watch it and review it the next day. However, in this instance, I actually watched it live last night to see how bad it is live. Yeah, it's gone awful. I swear to God to you, and there's nothing really much good to say about this Raw. Like, people were, like, they are making an effort with this new Sheamus group, but it's just too little too late. At least they're doing something. The problem is, though, is that they copied WWE 12 storyline. For anyone who doesn't know, it's been thrown out. I said it on Facebook as well. It was on the Smartbusters thread. People were even saying that this is a direct copy of Sheamus' storyline in WWE 12, where unlike this one, Sheamus was called the United Kingdom, even though he's Irish and it's a completely different country from the United Kingdom. But in the WWE 12 storyline, Sheamus was with Barrett, McIntyre, Regal, which I think if they really want to make it interesting, have Regal in this, but, you know, more likely they'll not do it, but, I would have personally Regal in that type of thing, what they're doing now, because Regal is really fucking entertaining. But anyway, let us continue with your Raw review. Now, the New Day throws Sheamus a WWE World Heavyweight Championship party. Really horrible segment. The New Day are really starting to, they're kind of funny. At least they're doing something. You know, you gotta give them a round of applause. At least they're trying to do something with it. Because before they were just a jobber, stable. They weren't really anything. And they have done well for themselves. However, when they came out to the crowd, no reaction. Not even hardly any boos. People were just, there was just no reaction at all. They didn't really give a shit. Even when Sheamus came down with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, nobody cared. Also, another problem I had with this segment is that the last time Sheamus spoke with the New Day walked away from Sheamus and cost him a match at Survivor Series. So, does WWE think we have short-term memory? Sheamus has went down to that ramp. He was competing in a Survivor Series match. The New Day cost him the match by leaving him there. Surely Sheamus would be pissed off at them as well. No, he's sitting there dancing with the people that left him to get his arse kicked at Survivor Series. It makes no logical sense. Also, King Barrett was laughing at him, and now King Barrett's in his group. It doesn't make any sense. Like, a continuity for these storylines are ridiculous. You know what I mean? Oh, man, I mean, come on. Really horrible segment. So, yeah, obviously Sheamus is now wearing a suit. He berated fans by thanking the authority, blah, 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 blah. Really, really boring. Reigns turned up, Superman punch, soon knocked Sheamus down, and, Roman Reigns then left with the title in his hand. Sheamus said, Sheamus 515 means I just kicked your arse. That was probably the only funny thing, actually, in that, that segment. It's, boy. It was horrible. We also have Tyler Breeze versus Dolph Ziggler. Honestly, I'd never give a shit about this match. I mean, these two are supposed to be feuding. The result, Ziggler wins via pinfall. The action itself was pretty solid in the match, but, I mean, it's just boring, really. I mean, I think they should just move on. I'm sick of the Summer Rae thing. It's really getting on my nerves right now. And, yeah. But yeah, like, I don't know what they're doing with Ziggler. It's becoming a bit of a joke right now. It's becoming an absolute joke. So we have Rusev and Lana heat up Miz TV. The Miz tries to walk up, Rusev returning to form, but the Bulgarian Brute, interrupted. What the fuck, Bench Report? You're acting like gimps here. Rusev then explained that Lana was the only person who supported him during his recovery from injury. The Miz brought up all the issues Lana and Rusev had, the couple talking about getting back together. Rusev promised to break his opponents and love Lana. Ryback walked out to cut things short, challenging the heel to a match. This was a clear attempt at getting this was a clear attempt to try and get the two of them together again. It's a clear attempt to try and move on from the storyline. It came off as forced. They could have used Lana in some type of form where, like, you know, they could have used Lana where she is a part of the stable, in some shape or form. I actually wanted her to be a part of the Sheamus thing. Yeah, Rusev and Lana, you know, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. It's just boring to me. And also, Miz TV on Raw sucks. Ryback versus Rusev. The match moved to the outside early on. Ryback dove Rusev into the steel steps. The blow kicked Lana over. Ryback wins via countout. Rusev attended to Lana as the referee counted to 10. After the bell, he walked Lana back to the training room and barked at Ryback. This was absolutely horrible. The commercial break also cut much of the action. This was absolutely horrible. I think this is going to go down in history as one of the worst matches. I think this is going to go down in history as one of my worst matches in 2015. This was absolutely horrible. And it's insulting that they actually put this in front of it. The Dudley Boys and Tommy Dreamer versus Baron Strowman. Now, I will say this, I did like this. With tables lying in the ring, the Dudley Boys recalled the recent beating controversies of the Wyatt family. Bubba Ray called out his enemies, saying he and his brother will get revenge. He and Devon revealed that they have each of the Wyatt family members' names on the set of tables. Bray Wyatt soon led his crew out. He attempted a challenge. Devon announced Tommy Dreamer would be fighting alongside him. Dreamer came out with a trash can full of weapons. He helped the Dudley Boys keep the heels away. Match ends in a no contest. The biggest surprise was definitely Tommy Dreamer. Yeah, it's really good to see Tommy Dreamer back on Raw. I have to say, definitely an amazing show there. I did like that. Goldust versus Alberto Del Rio. This was a shit match. Didn't like it. Del Rio wins via pinfall. Goldust had a brief flurry, but Del Rio dominated. He stomped Goldust's chest to get the 3 count. Yeah. So, it was shit. I never liked it, honestly. So yeah, Luchador Dragons versus the Usos for your #1 contenders match. The Usos versus the Luchador Dragons. Match ends in a no contest, obviously. Disgusting match. I want to move on from this because all the matches were fucking shit. No contest and shit like that. On to a kind of a mildly good match. Brie Bella versus Sasha Banks. It wasn't the greatest match in the world, but funny enough, this was probably the best match so far I've read, unfortunately. Yeah, it shows you how bad Raw is. Banks wins via submission. I hope she becomes #1 contender at some point, because Sasha Banks is pretty good. Roman Reigns versus Sheamus. This was a complete waste of time and effort. Roman Reigns basically has to beat Sheamus in under 5 minutes. Obviously he didn't do it. It was a disqualification. It was crap. It was boring. Absolutely horrible match. This is a complete waste of time if it's for a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. And also, now what's the point of watching the pay-per-view? We've already seen Roman Reigns versus Sheamus. They've already given it away. So, it's mind-boggling to me. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. All in all, actually pretty solid match. It's kind of funny that the Divas actually put more better matches on than some of the men. Charlotte tweaked her ankle, and Flair standing on the apron distracted Lynch. Charlotte rolled Lynch up for the win. So yeah, there's nothing special in terms of in-ring action but unexpected matchup created some spark. It was a nice challenge of pace, and Lynch and Charlotte's alliance forced the match to from a standard ring arc. This left the audience interested in where the story is going. That means in itself that the match was a success. You never know, they could have Becky Lynch against Charlotte in some shape or form. The Authority raises the stakes for Roman Reigns, as I previously said. This was another horrible segment. The Usos, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns versus the League of Nations and the New Day. The New Day show up announcing the Authority is going to join the match. Blah, 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 blah. Horrible, horrible, horrible. The League of Nations and the New Day win via pinfall. Absolutely horrible. One of the most boring main events on Raw in a very long time. This was absolutely horrible. And absolutely disgusting. The fact that they even showed this. And that's it. That's your Raw review. I'm going to get into some of your WWE news. Forgive me for me, like, being like this here, but, Raw is really, really bad right now. Also, I kind of have the flu. I mean, Raw's just horrible, you know what I mean? Raw is absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Like, I'd rather take dumps and fucking do that shit. Let's see here. Let's go to whatculture.com. Let's see what Adam's gonna be saying there, Margo. Let's see here. Gonna get this up for you guys right now. Yeah, honestly though, like, it was, I don't know, dude, it's, I really am sick of now looking at professional wrestling, really. And I'll be honest with you, if I didn't have a professional wrestling channel, I wouldn't be watching this shit. I'll be straight up with you. I mean, I've noticed that just nobody really cares anymore. Is there even any news at all? There's a thing I said about Stone Cold, but I already made a video about that. No, that's it. No news. No news at all. I don't know, guys. This is a complete joke. I've never seen Raw this bad in my entire life, and I've got the flu right now. This is just horrible. Absolutely horrible. I've never seen Raw this bad in my entire life. This is definitely one of the worst Raws I've definitely seen, and I think out of all the shows, I won't be watching it live. That's me, I won't be watching it live till the Royal Rumble. Fuck that, I ain't staying up for that shit. It kind of piqued my interest a little bit. Only good things was you got the League of Nations, which is just a rip-off of fucking, literally, it's just a rip-off of the WWE 2K12 thing. I will say, though, at least they're trying to do something with that. But yeah. I don't know. I'm just really bored looking at professional wrestling. But honestly, I'm really more occupied on working on this montage video and the 5th anniversary. And the Roast of General Jerry, which is on the 11th, and the 5th anniversary, which will be on the 5th. We're going to be doing a hangout for that this weekend. Definitely looking forward to it. The Christmas hat will be returning. And ladies and gentlemen, seeing as it is Christmas, we're going to open the very first window in the Advent calendar. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves an Advent calendar there, Michael. So I'm going to open this up right now, and we're going to open our first window. By fucking time I opened it. I think I'll just... There we go, Advent. Son of a bitch. Okay, so the first window we'll be opening is number 1. So here we go. First window open, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the Advent calendar. We'll be counting down to Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. This is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel. Signing out.